All right, we're live, but let's
2 seconds ago.
Let's just make sure everyone can see us, everyone can hear us before we commit to the bit today. It's a different day, it's a different time. Everyone's a little off.
Waiting for Play Warframe.
That's us.
I know.
Oh, we're live. I see us. So just get chat open and then...
on Twitch.
So I have Twitch chat. Steve has YouTube chat. We're
I
in the
have
wrong
YouTube.
seats. We are in the wrong seats. But
We are in the wrong seats.
There's a reason for that. So today is our last dev short of the year. So we're gonna make it extra special. It's gonna be,
I'm in the YouTubes.
It's gonna be 19 minutes for
I see.
$19.99.
Hi.
Get it?
Pardon me?
19-minute dev short for
Oh
$19.99.
God, we can't do 19 minutes.
We can.
We can barely do 15.
I know, but the reason we're doing 19, there's actually 3 things we forgot to show on the Devstream.
So it says, ew, wrong sides. Oh. Yeah, I'm sitting here because I have to grab you guys and bring you over to Rebecca's computer during this.
Because we missed 3 things on the Devstream, so...
Because I was sick, and I was replaced by superior versions of me.
Connor and Eric, it is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric replaced you on the dev short.
Eric replaced me here
Devstream.
in both spots.
I know, sorry.
I read your comments, you at home. Steve upgrade confirmed. I saw all of that.
He's okay. He's gonna be fine, chat. But
I just still don't quite feel right. But anyway.
Welcome, Steve Sinclair,
Hi, guys.
to the final dev short of the year. Can you believe it's been a whole year?
Tauntaun says, Steve, I hear they primed you last week.
I wish we still had.
Please go ahead.
Welcome to the last dev short of the year. Steve, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Welcome.
Yep.
You're looking great.
Yep. This is the only Santa hat we found, which I think is not really necessarily fitting very well. It's crushing my skull. But happy holidays to everyone that's coming up, and
Steve,
I'm kind of a sap, so I also, I'm thinking about those people where the holiday is a bit of a tough time.
Yeah.
And right there with you sometimes, in life, but our parasocially, we're thinking about you.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't worry.
So try to enjoy yourself. Try to relax.
You know what? Just
and you know what? Game.
That's the way to do it.
If life keeps you down, it's a nice escape.
I agree.
Read a book. Go for a walk in the cold. It's snowing here in London, Ontario, finally.
But maybe we're making people's holidays bad because we did announce that online has postponed their due to 2025. So if you were looking forward to spending your holidays grinding out the Techno site quota, we are sorry. But we did move them to the new year. This is just a restatement of that. They need more time. Other things in the update would suffer. We do still have a lot of post-quest content. That wasn't the only post-quest content.
There's a lot of post-content. Yeah.
So you can still expect to have a lot to do after the 1999 quest.
Yep.
That particular feature just needs more time in the oven, especially so everything else in the oven can cook. Just restating that kind of sad news. Again, we apologize, but we'd rather you know now.
Well, my thinking is there's so much to this update. Play it, and then in the new year,
exactly,
the boy band comes, and you're going to have some of their tracks in the game anyway.
Yes,
you're going to be able to enjoy the amazing music.
That is true.
Was that a premiere on the of the new song?
The Great Despair.
The Great Despair.
Somehow it released early because somehow some people hacked into an ARG to do it. So
the ARG, they unlocked it. That's right. Oh my God!
The only reason that song came out.
Great work.
Yeah.
Anyone who took place in that was very brilliant and got through those things very quick.
Some of the puzzles were crazy.
That was crazy.
Great work. And maybe one day we'll see War Sector, who knows. But for 1999, we haven't given you a date yet. We just know it's in December. If you're playing on Xbox or Switch, there is a remaster for this particular update, so you will need to re-download. This is just a heads up for any Tenno playing on those platforms.
I see Rollerballer asks, could we please make some of the shadows brighter? On default settings, some of the parts of the map are pure black. We actually had a very good memory optimization backfire for some of the shadow areas.
You sure did.
And Glenn figured it out a few days ago, and we will be shipping that fix with 99 on PC first. Because it's CERT, it's the holidays, and some of our partners in different consoles are staffed differently in the holidays, but we did notice that, and a fix is coming.
Yes. Why don't you bring the camera time for? Yeah, let's do it while we know we have time. Why don't you come visit me over my shoulder, and we'll talk about 3 things we missed on the Devstream. So now that Steve's with us, we're going to talk about 3 items: hair graphics improvements for all hair in Warframe, an update on 2 new drifter hairstyles, which we didn't show in the Devstream, but we can because we're going to talk about those now with the hair. And then an update on the 3D model of a piece of concept art we showed you from the new drifter cosmetics. So
Travis is queuing me. Like, hey, please talk about the graphics updates. Yeah, since we have 19 minutes.
Well,
I would want to, but actually it's Rebecca this time wants to talk about it. We're going to look at her messy office. I'm going to move the camera. We're going to regret showing you how, like, what a hoarder this person is for all of the stuff.
Keep it low.
So
keep it low,
I'm keeping it low. I'm keeping it low.
Lower.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
How's that?
Here we go. Here we have the Eleanor Gemini skin.
Okay.
Where we have her. Look at that hair.
Yes.
So there was a one-line game.
So this is called anisotropic highlight, where the reflectiveness of light goes sideways or tangent to the hair. And since our hair shading updates and the change from classic to enhanced render, if you've been playing Warframe long enough to remember that transition, it was broken. We had a one-line bug in this code. The way the texture was decoded was ignoring the other side of the hemisphere. If you're a graphics programmer, we were decoding our flow maps for our hair like a normal map instead of a tangent map, which includes a positive or negative Z component or Z component, depending on how you pronounce that. So every hair in the game is finally fixed. Kubros, you can see how gorgeous it is. We're very excited for this one-line fix, buried in ancient places that took us by surprise. And a big up to one of our newer graphics programmers, Cam Yar, who fixed that for us.
And it actually does make...
It makes the old stuff look a little better.
Yes.
As well, because it's working a little working better. But this is very old content, as you're talking about. But finally... that stuff's working better, but mostly the proto frames.
And 2 new hairstyles are coming with this update. They're based on the Caliber Chicks characters, so the Jillian and Lillian cuts. You can, and the hair looks great in those too. So this is it.
How's my videography?
It's actually perfect.
Am I framing it well?
Yeah, minus my. Wait, hold on. I can be the same size as me.
Okay, cool.
So that
is some edgelord looks you got.
Look at that! It's a great new hairstyle. So
anyway, we got a lot of great.
And then if you slowly pan to the side, this is the 3D version of. Okay, this is like really in my face.
Okay,
not
sorry. How's that?
That's fine. Yeah. This is the 3D version of the Drifter Effervon / Skaldra outfit that you will get in 1999. We didn't show this on the stream by accident, and we didn't show...
Okay, so this is like the errata of
this is an errata, so hair graphics.
Okay.
We got...
Do some random Eleanor hair.
Okay,
yeah. Well, anyway, we finally have fixed that, and things are working a heck of a lot better. And, okay, there you go.
Okay, back to our scene.
Okay, so I got to keep this low or something, or high?
No, not.
Was I going to show like an inappropriate poster on your wall or something? Is that why you're...
No, there was a spoiler on my desk.
Oh, there was a spoiler on your desk? Holy crap. Okay, guys. Wow.
Steve in mirror? Why is Steve in the mirror? Show messy. That's my phone. This is your phone.
Oh. Okay, anyway.
Thank you for coming with us on that journey.
So we've finally fixed some really old bugs with that. And
any questions, chat?
So your doggies are fur going to finally look like they should have. And if you work at in the art department, I'm really sorry we missed that for so long. We were really banging our heads against that for the whole year. And it was a hemisphere decoding instead of a sphere decoding.
Oh, someone said, Reb, what are those cards above your desk? Magic cards.
There's a lot of magic cards up there.
When I die, they're in my will.
Yep, so we do have a regression in some of the light maps in the game that was mentioned earlier, and that fix is going out for that. And we have improvements to how hair and eye shading and skin shading, all of that stuff is brand new for 1999, completely reworked.
Even Kubro fur looks better again.
Yeah, of course. So Kubro fur was redone, and the poor artists did their best. And this one-line problem was holding them back, so that's also good.
Yep.
The quality of the SSAO got fixed as well, which was darkening the entire scene by some small negative... Well, I think it was by like 20% or something like that. Anyway, things are going to look better. Lloyd's going to look cooler than ever.
Yes, and everyone with hair will look cooler than ever. What about beards?
Beards are going to look better as well.
Then you can count yourself a part of the party.
Yep.
All right, we also have with the general announcements from 1990.
And we have a lot of platforms and just a few graphics programmers, so
wish us luck.
Sometimes that's why these things
us.
hang on for so long.
So as part of Devstream 183, one thing we showed that we had kept quite we kept it under wraps was a PvPvE, aka face-off game mode. So just to kind of recap what you can expect from, I think, like a very new attempt at something different and fun. It is twofold. If you don't ever want to hear the words PvPvE in Warframe, you don't have to. There's a version versus specters and you're good to go. Like, you don't ever have to squat up against a fellow Tenno. No problem. Just go in, play the node versus like a specter squad and you're good to go. No competition.
But it's sort of the competition is a race. You're not
you're
not shooting them in the face.
Yeah, it's a race.
It's kind of a race thing.
Yeah, so let's make that like part of the what this actually is.
Yeah.
So there's the version versus AI, which is cool.
I think it would have showed better if people give you a chance, because they just rocked you.
There was a lot at stake. I made some promises to. Oh, actually, I have
because you were talking people through it, and the other teams were just owning you,
I know.
And they were too good.
But I had promised them, if they win, this will happen. So I shouldn't have sweetened the pot.
You created some kind of...
I did.
Oh my gosh.
But
some incentive to crush you.
I did. And I have a photo of... I'll post this online later, but I have a photo of Paul, who was QA testing the romance system. So shout out to Paul. Mm-hmm. And then 2 members of Team QA. So Team QA was led by Connor. Mm-hmm. I had Sarah, and then it had Gary and Josh. So this was the group photo after, which was all of them post Devstream, basically celebrating their spoils that they got to embarrass me live on stream, which is everyone's
dream.
Everyone's dream in life, or at least it should be. So, but the 4v4 version, it's a race. So it's you and your squad against another squad. You're just trying to do 3 objectives faster. If you win, you get some goodies. If you don't win, you still get stuff. So it's very much hopefully it's not too... I don't really know what the word you use is that's the correct way to describe it. I call myself a sweat lord. Hopefully it's not.
I heard Pavel saying if you want to get sweaty.
Yeah, if you want to get sweaty.
That's very gamer speak.
When you see me playing
but you can have the other mode that you can just work, get the rewards. Yeah.
I would say it's at your discretion how sweaty you want to be. So we're not asking you to sweat.
Yep. And there is no, there's a good question here. Tauntaun asks, is there specific Warframe balance in PvE? VE again, because it's kind of a race. There's no specific balance changes for that.
It does, but the one thing we did do after many years of deliberation is we are going to issue Conclave standings. So there is definitely there's a reward table in the Conclave store if you want some of the cosmetics there, some mods, you can earn it, and this would be a way to do that.
Yep.
So people will definitely get toxic with teammates. Ultimately, we're putting our best foot forward. It's for fun. The characters themselves know it's for fun. It's all about whoever loses gets the pizza party. We wish for the best out there. We'll keep an eye. If you've played Warframe long enough to get to 1999 and the missions within, just do your best to keep it cool,
And if you get cold in the winter, get a little sweaty with the game mode. So Razorwing asks, hey Steve, what are the chances of new pets derived from the helmet? The helmet cyst, using it on Cavatianae or new pets with reptile, insect, or avian design.
We did that for the one Helminth Charger, but right now there are no plans for that.
There's nothing in the queue, but seeing some reptile or insect kind of inspiration would be very cool.
I'm on a big reptile bender right now. That would go hard.
Yeah, okay.
Love snakes, love lizards. We have some...
Kitagawa Fox says, Steve, can you guys please look at the operator attachments? I really want to use the giant bow. They're not talking about the weapon.
They're talking about
be able to change the colors. So there's probably some tinting issues.
The ephemera for the Komei Nova Deluxe, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe?
We'll make a note of that.
Maybe? I'm guessing.
Roger asks, can you chat to the enemy team? I call them the competing team, but can you chat to them?
No. So...
You have a specific way of saying no, and you're just and don't ask me for it.
And don't ask me.
No.
Let us... It's Mom
I guess
Dad.
the answer is no.
No.
But so far, no.
Don't ask me to.
No.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Iscariot says we need a Samaris lore drop. I agree.
Okay, chat.
It really isn't. Some people are saying it's a Conclave rework, and it's kind
not,
of a new.
Nothing to do.
It's a new game mode, but it does have some of those rewards that you'd be able to dip into.
Okay, I can say. You know what? Time is of the essence on these streams. So
Big mom energy from Reb.
You know what? Put me through media training, and then you'll get a very. We really thought about that, and we would love it, but ultimately, for scope, we decided to not allow it. Is that what you would prefer?
I don't know. Somewhere between somewhere between that and a no. I always remember the World of Tanks devs answering Q&A. That was so hilarious. Like, they were big with the no. That's a terrible idea. Well, that was way back when.
We're doing 19 minutes today.
We're doing 19 minutes today.
Yeah.
Razorwing says, great name. Also, Steve, have you seen the bug in the planes that forces players into submersible Arcwing? It happens near the river north of the Ribs and the cave under Mount Nang, usually near the water. That sounds
like a trigger.
That sounds like a volume trigger,
yeah.
A water
Actually,
trigger.
Ben, if you're listening, there's
Ben, we can get Ben to fix that for us.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you for calling that out.
All right, we have questions. Oh, actually, let me just
we
make
got
sure.
Spider frame win. I'm reading this out. I have no information.
Who are you going to romance, Steve?
Well, the tongue reveal may have moved the needle on my opinion.
Interesting.
I am curious, but also very alarmed. So I don't know.
I guess we'll have to see.
I'm thinking, and this is just me, spirit of the holidays, I just want to get to know them and not necessarily go the extra mile.
Yeah.
I just want to get to know them and just learn about their backstories and not necessarily get a tongue in my mouth.
Okay.
So that's me right now. That's kind of my Christmas vibe.
Another thing. Oh, speaking of Christmas vibes.
Yep.
More the merrier this Christmas. If you missed it on the Devstream, every single player that logs into Warframe after 1999 launches, you get a free Warframe slot and 3 free weapon slots. So there's just we've raised the floor in your inventory capacity, as well as if you play Junctions, you'll get 2 weapons with slots. If you've already beat the Junctions, you'll just get them automatically added to your account. So
instead of blueprints and making things easier for the new player. You know what I love about our community is when you announce stuff like that and the veteran players are like, awesome change.
Yes.
And it doesn't really affect them. They've already been through it, but they're like, yes.
But they get it anyway, so it does affect them.
Well, they do get the slots.
Yeah.
But I think they're also just positive.
Solidarity on your Warframe.
Hair update does affect Kavat. Yes, it does. Dutch Milk says, I would love Sniper QL in the game. Some faster reloads, better synergy with the frames, combos, not building on Zephyr tornadoes. They might like Site 09, but that's not necessarily...
Like a standalone
That's
package.
not a broad thing, but it is kind of an interesting sniping...
Yeah, snipers and bows are a weird one. They go from being the best to not... to best to not. So it's a very, very... It's an all or nothing game with that weapon. I don't know why I brought bows up. I just remembered the time when bows were the only thing to use. It just reminded me of a time when there was a small window with snipers similarly.
Well, this year was feasting for QOL, and
it was.
I think next year is going to be feasting. Let's hope. So
definitely stay tuned. We're very, very, very focused on getting 1999 in your hands and everything that goes with that. So stay tuned for the most comprehensive way you can enjoy 1999.
Yep.
What's going to come next? We'll have basically I think we typically do a year-end post, a letter from the year. So we'll make sure to have that in your hands as well with the 1999 launch. So if you need a source of what to expect leading into early next year, we'll have that for you. So this is our last dev short.
Yeah.
We're going to get you 1999. We're going to get you the sort of what comes next post, where of course you'll be expecting information on the Technosite Coda. All of that, we'll try and make sure that you have everything you need to know going into 2025 with all things Warframe, which it's been a crazy year. So we started Devshorts this year, and this is our last one of the year. Did you know this?
Oh yeah.
This is our last dev short, and this is the year they started.
My chat scrolled and I missed the question I wanted to read to you, though. But yes, we started and we had a great time. And thanks for tuning into our nonsense. One question I saw was, because it's a race, is it all about the fastest frame?